Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, I'm Rani Andriani. I'm from Siliwangi University, English Education Department. I'm from Class B and my ID number is 18 21 22 69. Here I would like to presentate my proposal with the title An Investigations of English Education Department Siliwangi University Students' Attitude Towards the Use of Google Translate. So, let's move to the topic. Alright, so before we go to the more detail, let's talking about the background of this study. Why I choose this topic for my study. In the past, the learners or the students are usual to translate some words or sentences by using the traditional dictionary, and it can be took many times or wasting time for translating at least one paragraph, and it's more make sometimes it is make the learners become confused to find the word. So nowadays the Google company especially they make one of the translator machines named Google Translate, and it become the new thing that can help the learners and the students to help them translate whether it is word, sentence or paragraphs in many languages. So it's very helpful, and it is more decrease the wasting time. So the next we are going to talk about the research questions of this study. This study has the aim to knowing the students, especially of English education students, Siliwangi University, attitude or view or perceptions for Google Translate performance. So the research questions of this study is how the English education students of Siliwangi University attitude for Google Translate performance. The next is we are going to talk about operational definitions. So the Google Translate is one of translator machine that provided by Google company that it's very helpful for the learners, especially that they want to learn about languages or to translate or to knowing the meaning of one word or sentence. And this Google Translate has many languages that the learners or the user can choose according to their needs. So it depends on the user whether they want to find the meaning from English or from Arabic or from anything language. It's available in Google Translate. And then the user of Google Translate is from many ages. So even the children's or intermediate school or elementary school, they have already known about about Google Translate, and they usually or perhaps they're common to hear or use the Google Translate. Next is the aim of the research. So what is the aim of the research? As I told before, that this research or this study has the aim to investigate the English education students of Siliwangi University attitude towards the use of Google Translate. So this is the aim that I try to to find the result to determine whether this is or the Google Translate is effective or not according to students English Education Department of Siliwangi University that use this machine translator or translator machine. Okay, next is we are going to talk about the use of the research. This paper or this research is reporting the results of a study on attitude toward the use of Google Translate, especially for students of English Education Department, Siliwangi University. Okay, next we are going to talk about literature review for this study. So for become the evidence of the study, there are some reference. The first is from Savoy and Dolomic and 2010 that examined the effectiveness of Google Translate service in performing a search inquiry using the mean reciprocal rank or MRR approach. The study reported that the applications of the Google Translate tool to automatically translate English topics into French can obtain a retrieval effectiveness of 88% compared to monolingual search. And then the second is from Su and Wang in 2011 that set out to explore the attitudes and knowledge of Chinese students in translation training program about a variety of online translation resources, including online corpora and then search engines and professional grade CAT suits. Their survey of 100 students included questions about preferred translation techniques, awareness of different CAT tools, output quality that included like accuracy and reliability, that convenience and frequency of use, and the importance of integrating such tools into translator training curricula. And then the study revealed two key findings. The first is that translation students rely more on electric resources than non-electric ones, and that the underlying reason is convenience, not accuracy. Although these findings likely support the suspicions of many foreign language instructor, their relevance to all education contexts is limited since the subject were translator in training rather than typical foreign language students. And then the last is from Ganjali Khani from 2014 that examined the use of Google Translate in translations of English sentences, especially simple, compound, and complex, into Persian. So the study used Google Translate to translate different categories of sentences from English to Persian. The study has shown that Google Translate is not capable of providing proper translation for English sentences, and system is yet to be developed and expanded. So this is the this machine translator is of course has disadvantages that it is not capable to providing proper translation, and then especially for English sentences. Okay, next is about research method. So this research or this study is conducted by using quantitative research survey that using questionnaire as the media to collecting the data. And then me as the author started this research by looking the environment, to view or to analyze the environment, finding the problem that I can choose to become a topic, and then after that I choose the sample and collect the data. After the data are have already collected, so I will analyze the data, make a conclusion based on the data collection by using a table to make me easy to read or to analyze the data. So next we are going to talk about populations and sample of this study. The populations of this study is the third year students of English Education Department in Siliwangi University, and the samples are 20 samples that I choose to be contribute in this study, which has Indonesians as their native language, and I choose them. I selected them randomly based on their willingness to participate in the study. Okay, next about time and place of the research. So I will start it to make this survey in 17th of April in 2021 in Siliwangi University via Google Form, and the printout form which has already made for the participant. So it will conducted offline and online according to the available of the participant. The next is about research procedure. The first thing that I do is analyzing the environment. As I said before, I analyze the environment before I do my study. So I analyze which topic or which problem that I can take to my study, to my research, and then I try to find the thing that commonly used there, and I can get the participant easily to this study. And then the next is determine the topic. So after I analyze the environment, I choose the topic that relates relate to the participant or the samples that I will choose. So next steps is I choosing the samples. After I looking at the topic, I got the population, so I choose the samples to make it more detailed. And then after that I do a survey. I give the questionnaire, whether it is in Google Form or printed, and after that I collecting the data, and after that it is become it is moved to processing data, and in this processing data I try to analyze the data that already collect, and make a result or resume for this study. Next is about data collection. So I collect the data by using questionnaire that it is consists of 5 questions, and I provided in online questionnaire and printed questionnaire. So I will give it to all the samples that I choose at the time that I do survey. Okay, the last one is data analysis. So to analyzing the data, I use the table that this is the table, and they are, as I said before, there are 5 questions in the questionnaire, and I choose I will presentate the score of the the calculate of the data result to make me easy to read the data, and after that I can make conclusions for my study. Okay, I think that's all for my presentations, and if you have any questions or suggestions, you can text in the comment section. And thank you for your kind attentions. I'm sorry if there are so many mistakes that I've done or some noise here. I'm sorry, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.